Welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time, everything happened. Like, everything in about 5 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. But, it started off just watching the news, and then after half an hour of the game, Moeka was working with CERN. Mayuri had been shot in the head, and they time leaped to stop it all. And that's where we left things. Ocarina had time leaped. And then there was numbers. And I guess we're going to see if things have changed. We can hear rain, I think. So it's raining. Raining's never a good sign, because raining often means someone's died in TV. It always rains when someone dies. I hope she isn't permanently dead. But let's find out, I guess. Okay. Mayuri. Ooh. No matter how... This is young Mayuri, because she doesn't have huge boobs. No matter how many times I call her name, Mayuri doesn't answer. Mayuri is standing in front of a grave, gazing at the sky. The grave belongs to her grandmother, who died when Mayuri was 11 years old. Her parents were always busy with work, so her grandmother was her only companion. I was close to Mayuri's family, so her death was sad for me too. At the wake, I expected Mayuri to break down and cry. She didn't. Instead, she spent the whole time gazing vacantly at her grandmother's memorial portrait. 6 months went by. I had advanced to middle school, so Mayuri and I no longer commuted together. But whenever I passed the cemetery on the way home, Mayuri would always be standing there. Every day, rain or shine, she would stand for hours before the grave, staring wordlessly at the sky as if she could see her grandmother in heaven. In her hands, an old pocket watch. The watch had belonged to her grandmother. Mayuri always held it when visiting the grave. No matter how many times I called her name, Mayuri did not answer. Back then, Mayuri wouldn't talk to anyone. Not to me, not even to her parents. Whenever I saw her standing there, staring at the sky, I felt unease grip my heart. Her gaze was so earnest, her intentions so pure, that I feared some power might grant her wish and carry her off to heaven to join her beloved grandmother. And so, to ensure that nothing like that happened, I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day. I would stand next to the sky-gazing Mayuri and call her name.
Mayuri.
But no matter how many times I'd call her, Mayuri wouldn't reply. The only sound in the lonely cemetery was the echo of my voice, calling her name. It was raining that day too. Mayuri had a light blue umbrella. In contrast to the umbrella's colour, the sky was glazed grey, covered in clouds. After a while, the rain stopped. Rays of light shone through gaps in the clouds, a stunningly beautiful sight. Rembrandt's rays, they're called, or sometimes the angel's ladder. Suddenly, a strong wind swept through the cemetery. It caught Mayuri's umbrella and carried it into the sky. Mayuri seemed not to notice. She kept staring at the sky. And then, slowly, oh very slowly, she stretched her hand out to the sky, as if to grasp the rays of light, as if her grandmother were reaching down to pull her up. And then she lifted herself on her toes. To me, it looked as if she were floating up towards heaven. Impulsively, I grabbed Mayuri's outstretched hand and pulled her into my embrace. In retrospect, my fears were just a childish fantasy, but at the time, I truly believed that Mayuri might vanish.
どこにも 行かせないぞ。
I won't let you go.
連れてなんて行かせない。
I won't let anyone take you away. I realised how embarrassing the words coming from my own mouth were.
まゆりは俺の人質だ。人体実験の生贄なんだ。
You're my hostage now. My guinea pig. It was the first excuse that came to mind. Before her grandmother died, Mayuri and I were fans of a popular TV series about costumed heroes battling evil. I particularly admired the villain, a mad scientist. I even got pretty good at mimicking his lines. Now I was doing it to hide my embarrassment. I could feel my face growing red, but I kept up the mad scientist act all the same. If nothing else, it was better than admitting my insecurities.
どこにも逃がさないからな。
There's no escaping me. As I said this, I realised that Mayuri was shaking. She whispered. It was the first time in 6 months that I had heard her speak. Her voice was choked with tears. Mayushi's your hostage. I guess I'm stuck here, huh? She smiled happily. Tears fell from her eyes. And then Mayuri buried her face in my chest. Where am I? Who am I? I can't see, I can barely think. A terrible screech fills my head like feedback from a giant speaker. It penetrates my brain like 100 sharp needles, stabbing me right behind the eyes. So time leaping's not painless then. I thought brains weren't supposed to feel pain. And there's more. I feel a shiver of pleasure beneath the pain, and a terrible itching like my body is on fire. I want to crack open my skull and tear out my brain. I want to scrape out my soft grey matter with my fingers and eat it? Are we making zombies now? Karisu's like, what? Come on. The assault on my brain is driving me crazy. Who am I? Okabe, what's wrong with you? Ugh. Suddenly, the shattered pieces of the world reform. I slowly come back to my senses. I'm in the lab, standing in front of the phone wave, name subject to change, with my cell phone to my ear. Phone wave? But we changed the name of that. Has he forgotten stuff? No, not the phone wave, name subject to change. Since headgear is attached to it, it's the time leap machine. It's hard to breathe. Give me oxygen. I hear a low, wheezing groan and realise that it's coming from my own throat. I close my mouth, then take a deep breath. Yeah, time leaping doesn't sound pleasant. The insides of my throat feel like they're burning. I resist the urge to cough and continue filling my lungs with air. I notice that I'm drenched in sweat. The drops sliding down my forehead are annoying. I try to wipe them away with the back of my right hand. My hand obeys. Slowly. Something is off. It's like my body and my mind aren't totally in sync with each other. Almost as if this isn't really my body. As if my nerves aren't communicating properly with my extremities. I tried blinking slowly. This might just be my imagination. Could this be exhaustion? I haven't slept much lately. I tried to move my hand again. There is no disconnect this time. This is my body. Okabe, are you listening? A familiar voice. I turn around slowly. Risu is there. She stares at me, perplexed. What was all that screaming for? What is she talking about? Are you sick? I try answering, but my voice doesn't work too well. Even more bewildered, I clear my throat several times. No, I'm fine. And get ready to go already. We're going shopping, remember? Shopping? For what? I search my memories. The moment I do, images appear in my mind like a string of exploding light bulbs. Okay, wait, so if this is before they go shopping, does that mean when, like, Okabe has done this time leap, he's regained consciousness, like, in the past, whenever the memories would diverge? So he kind of has travelled through time, like, actually physically. I don't know, I guess we'll see, but that's what it seems like. Humans are temporal beings. But now you're fine. Are you sure about this? Really? I remember now. I used the time leap machine. You'll remember the future. That's right! What am I standing around for? Where am I?
Huh?
I grab Karisu's shoulders and pull her close. What time is it now? What month? What day? Hey, that hurts. Calm down. How can I be calm? Shopping? You said we're going shopping. Which shopping trip is she talking about? Daru was sitting at his computer, staring at us wide-eyed. Daru, what day is it? What time is it?
13日の5時ちょっと過ぎだけど。
Well, it's the 13th, a little past 5. The 13th, a little past 5.
成功したのか?
Did it work? Did I manage to time leap in the middle of all that chaos? Did my memories really jump through time? Does that mean I've leaped into my past self? Is there a chance that it was all a dream? Thinking back, forward, it doesn't seem real. Commandos breaking into the lab? It's like something out of a Hollywood movie. But the sight of my Yuri, broken and bloody, is burned into my eyes. I remember the smell of the blood. The sound of the gunshot. The weight of the headgear on my head. The pain of the bullet tearing through my arm. Kurisu screaming, Suzuha fighting to defend us. I remember it all vividly. I touch my arm. No bullet holes. No pain, even. Was it all a dream? I don't know. I've never time-leaped before. I can only hope that it was a dream. A future like that is too much to bear. I recall Mayuri's last moments, and my eyes fill with tears. I force the tide of emotion back. Where's Mayuri? I look around the lab. Kurisu and Daru are here, but I can't find Mayuri. Where's Mayuri?
どこってルカシのところに行くってさっき言ってたじゃんか。オカリン聞いてなかったん？
She just left saying she was going to Lukashi's place. Weren't you listening? That's right. Mayuri went to beg Lukako to wear her costume. She won't return until it's time for the party. What do I do? What do I believe? Was it a dream? Or was it real? If it was a dream, then I don't have to worry about anything. If it was real, then I need to act. Now. I mean, even if you're not sure, given that what you think is a dream, the safest action would just be like, Mayuri, we're not having a party anymore, don't come back. See you tomorrow, bye. I take a deep breath. It must have been a dream. There's no way something like that could really happen. It was a nightmare brought on by anxiety, that's all. There's no other logical explanation. I desperately persuade myself that it's so. Little do I know that I will soon regret my foolishness. Kurisu goes shopping alone. I stay in the lab with Daru, waiting for Mayuri to return. I'm back! An innocent smile. Mayuri is alive. Nothing will happen to her. I was worried for nothing. When Suzuha arrives, we begin the meeting.
Okari! Okari! フェリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね、声をかけたんだけど、今日は無理って言われちゃった。
I called Ferris-chan and Luka-chan, but they said they couldn't come. I've heard these words before. Deja vu, a trick of the mind.
そうか。何か用事でもあったのか。
Oh, do they have plans?
フェリスちゃんは今日はライネットの大会。
Ferris-chan has a Raynet tournament.
しまった。応援行きそびれた。なんという不覚。
Rap, I should have gone to cheer. How careless of me.
あとね、ルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。
And Luka-chan seemed embarrassed for some reason.
ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない？
Maybe she thinks you'll make her wear a costume again. It's just like my dream. I've never remembered a dream this vividly before. I remember every word that was spoken.
コスプレの件か。もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか。
You still haven't convinced her to cosplay?
恥ずかしいんだって。可愛いは正義なのに。
She said it was embarrassing. I keep telling her cuteness is justice, but she never listens.
可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。
Cuteness is justice? Is that what they say?
クリスちゃんもね、可愛いよね。
You're cute too, Christian.
ねえねえ、今度のコミマに 出てみない？
Hey, Komiman's coming up. Wanna go?
新作は無理だけどね。去年作ったブラチューのセイラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ね、サイズはクリスちゃんにちょうど合うと思うし。
I can't make something new, but I have a costume of post-awakening Sarah from Blood Tune I made last year. I think the size is just right for you too.
私がコスプレか。
Me? Cosplay?
ちょっと興味ある。
I'm sorta interested.
でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。
But I refuse to do it in public though.
着るだけでいいや。でもね、そのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。コスプレにはそうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。
You don't have to show anyone, but eventually you'll want them to see. The cosplay demon compels you.
そういえばクリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。でもこんな制服都内にあったっけ？
That reminds me, Chris-chan, you're always wearing that cute uniform. What school is it from? Are we actually going to get this entire scene again?
これ？
Oh, this?
2週間だけあやめ院に逆留学みたいなことしてたんだけど、そこの制服を改造してきてるの。
I attended Ayamain for about 2 weeks. I modeled this outfit after their uniform. Is Okarin not by now? Like, wait a second. I couldn't have known this before now. I couldn't have dreamed this.
あやめ院なんだ。あそこの制服もともと可愛いもんね。でもクリスちゃんの改造センスはね、すごくいいかも。
Oh, that uniform is really cute. But you made it even cuter. You might have a really good design sense. And I'm actually gonna leave it here. In the middle of a scene we've already seen before. Although we did get a new tip. Just in case we don't know what deja vu is. This is a long tip. The feeling of having experienced something before, despite not having actually experienced it. It feels like you are recalling a genuine past experience, as opposed to an imagined experience or a dream. However, you are unable to recall when and where that experience occurred, which results in an intense feeling of strangeness. The cause of deja vu has yet to be determined. One theory is that it is a physiological phenomenon caused by a temporary desynchronization of the recollection and storage functions of the memory. The cause is theorized to be spasms in the brain's parohippocampal gyrus, which is in charge of spatial reasoning and the sensation of familiarity. Okay, well that's interesting. I mean, we know in this case that's not what happened, because Okarin is reliving it. I still don't understand why he didn't just go, that dream was horrifying, like, on the chance that it wasn't a dream, because we do have a time leap machine, and he kind of knows that technically that would be possible. Like, maybe just be a bit safe about it and be like, yeah, maybe let's not have this party. But I guess Okarin isn't that smart. I suppose we'll see if it plays out any differently next time, but until then, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.